The Daily Mail, Ghislaine's prison nightmare before Christmas. Maxwell has no soap and torch in her face every 15 minutes. A torch is a flashlight. Thanksgiving, which began on Thursday and continues all weekend because this is a British newspaper and you cannot trust them about information about American politics. Actually, you know what? Sometimes if you can't trust the American media, sometimes you have to go over to the European sources. Or there's also the, what's that Chinese or the, like the South China Post, something like that. Is it South China Post? Morning Post, South China Morning Post. This one's actually really good. Are they run by China? I think they're. Where are they located at? They're from what a trusted source that I trust. One of the hosts of ADV China. They have a really good YouTube channel. I highly recommend checking them out. I think their videos on China are some of the best out there. He said that this South China Morning Post got him through a lot of hard times. Sometimes it can be a mouthpiece, but other times it's good, very... they cover a lot of stuff that other newspapers don't cover. So Ghislaine Maxwell is she's serving time. She's going to be going to court, I think next year, maybe in July or something. And during this time, she's apparently they're only letting her sleep for 15 minutes. I do believe this is not it's not a good thing if you want her to sit in jail, because what they've done here is this is abuse. They're doing it because she's a rapo-pedo chick or alleged rapo-pedo chick. If you haven't watched the RSS commentary Jeffrey Epstein videos, so the last video that I posted on Jeffrey Epstein on RSS commentary on YouTube has a lot of good information about why this Ghislaine Maxwell woman is a creepy rapo chick. She definitely seems to be a creepy rapo chick. Alex Jones says that Ghislaine Maxwell, its father, was involved in Bohemian Grove and that he ran a blackmail scheme through his newspaper using prostitutes. It mirrors the exact same thing that Jeffrey Epstein did. And it also shines some light on QAnon. I know a lot of this stuff about QAnon is just crazy stuff, but not all of it's crazy. So you think the ritual child sacrifice thing is just insane and can't happen, right? Nope. Bohemian Grove. This is a group of insanely powerful people. Try to close out some windows here. And these insanely powerful people are, they do ritual human sacrifice here. They do it. It's like supposedly mock ritual human sacrifice. So they have this owl god. Here's a picture of it. It says most secretive club in America. What is this? I don't know this source, but this is the picture. I know that this is it. So they have this owl god and they do these crazy, weird, pagan ceremonies, and they do ritual child sacrifice at these events. Alex Jones snuck in. He's got a bunch of videos of it. It's actually a real thing. Alex Jones isn't a complete wingnut. I think he's more of a showman. But a lot of stuff that he's talked about actually is true. It actually is true. That's why he's so crazy, is because the stuff that he's talking about is true. They've got a number of very famous presidents who've been a part of this. Like, we could probably pull out a picture here. Here's a picture of Nixon over here with Reagan over here at the Bohemian Grove. So if you're going to have a QAnon conspiracy theory, this would be it. This would be the source of the conspiracy theory. And Ghislaine Maxwell's father was a part of this conspiracy theory. It says, in the glory days when she and Jeffrey Epstein glided through their pampered world of private jets, Caribbean islands, and amenable royal friends, the U.S. holiday season would see this tireless British socialite spend more than a month partying in a billionaire circles of Manhattan and Palm Beach, Florida, that she and her pedophile chum loved to move. So here's more fake news. Jeffrey Epstein is not a pedophile. Look up pedophile on Wikipedia. Go to Wikipedia. I know Wikipedia is junk. You'll see what I'm saying. So look, it says, according to the Diagnostics and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition, a pedophile is, although girls typically begin in the process of puberty at age 10 to 11 and boys at 11 to 12, criteria for pedophilia extends the cutoff for pubescence age to age 13. If you had sex with a 14-year-old, it's not pedophilia. This is an example of the media expanding definitions because they want to make money selling media. So, for example, they want you to click on all the Jeffrey Epstein articles, and they want to make money off of you by saying that there's this billionaire pedophile who's a sex trafficker, and then they don't cover the real truth of it. So there's, okay, who do you sex traffic? Who did Epstein sex traffic? He had a bunch of models. He owned a modeling agency. The girls would give him back massages, and then they would have sex with him. So, and then one girl would do the massage and sex scheme, and then she would go recruit another girl and bring in the other girl, and then that girl would then recruit another girl, and then so on and so forth. So the real sex trafficker in the Epstein story is the hookers, the prostitutes, the women who were trying to have sex with the billionaires so that they get money because they're sluts and they're whores. They're saying, oh, I'm a victim of sex trafficking. Okay, so who sex trafficked you? Like, Epstein gave me money. All right. So who brought you there? My friend. Really? So Epstein's a sex trafficker because your friend recruited you and your friend got a finder's fee. Your friend got paid money to bring you there, and then you got paid money to have sex with some creepy old dude and some rapey dom chick, and to fuck some other chicks with some dildos, double-head, two-sided dildos with Ghislaine Maxwell. So most of the girls were over the age of 18, and it really is up to where you live whether or not pedophilia is illegal. In the UK, what are we reading? We're reading a UK magazine. This is so irritating. Oh, do they say sex trafficker? They don't say sex trafficker in this one. Okay, in the UK, the age of consent is 16 and prostitution is legal. So when they say that Epstein was a pedophile, it's not true in the country that they're in. Okay, so Epstein did have one girlfriend that was pretty young, Nikita. This chick, she was a pilot, this Nadia Markinova. This was the quote unquote sex this was the girl who was the sex slave, quote unquote. But there's a problem with this story. There's a problem with it. After Epstein got busted because he was having sex with Nadia Markinkova, and after that, when he was in jail, the police officers let Nadia come to the jail with him when he served time in jail. If Nadia is a sex trafficking victim, why on earth are the police letting the girl in to the prison with Jeffrey Epstein? It's because she was his girlfriend. She was a child bride, which is not the same thing as pedophilia. Child bride is where you take on a bride who is under the age of majority, typically 16. And you're a pedophile if the girl is 16 or younger. But if she's not 16 or younger, it's a child bride. So this Nadia girl, she learned how to fly planes. Epstein hooked her up with all of his billionaire friends, and she's now very rich. So as for damages that Epstein caused to this girl, he didn't cause damages. This girl, her parents allegedly sold her into sex slavery or something, but looks like I think that they kind of made this up. Maybe her parents did sell her into sex slavery and Epstein freed her because she was going to get sold to somebody who was bad. And then Epstein was the rich billionaire. But it definitely doesn't seem as though he's a sex trafficker. But Ghislaine Maxwell does look like a sex trafficker because she received money for assisting getting the girls to come in. So she would give the girls money whenever they would get paid after they did a massage and had sex with Epstein. Then Ghislaine Maxwell would give her money. So technically, Ghislaine Maxwell is the sex trader, allegedly, according to the reports. Let's grab the article. Let's see. Is there anything else here that we want to look at? I think that's the majority of the story here is that why is the torch in her face every 15 minutes? Like, they don't do that to people who are on suicide risk. When you're on suicide risk, do you really wake that person up every 15 minutes? No, because that would drive someone crazy and make them want to kill themselves. You would do it if you're a prison guard who hates pedophiles and you're trying to torture the person. You're trying to make their life as hard as possible so that they'll kill themselves. So this is the kind of conduct that can hurt the state in court. You're not supposed to have conduct like this leading up into the court trial. You're supposed to treat them like you treat everybody else. I don't think that people should target pedos for like murder or violent assault because you should throw them in jail and then you should let the prison system take care of it. And the people who are in there are just nasty, very, 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 very nasty, and they might kill them. So you don't need to add extra to that. They're already getting it bad enough. So you do need to think of this person as a human. You're like, yeah, but they're a dirtball scum. It's like, okay, why don't you do that to murderers? Like, oh, murder's not a bad pedophile. A murderer is not as bad as a pedophile? What world do you live in, dude? What world are you on? Are you on planet Earth, dude? Why on earth are you locking the pedophile up? Why? Because they harmed somebody. They did some harm to somebody. They raped a girl, which is the same thing as raping an unconscious person. And they're a threat to society and you need to lock them up. And what do you do to murderers? You lock them up. Okay, so that person hurt a child. And then we're trying to save and protect a life, to protect a life. So how does it make sense to murder a pedophile because you think that they're worse than a murderer? Why don't you go murder murderers? Oh, the murderer just messed up. Right. So there's no pedophiles that just mess up. I just disagree with the type of people that do this. If typically the kind of person that wants to kill a rapist, it's like the homophobic person. The loudest homophobe typically turns out to be the biggest flamer. So when somebody wants to kill somebody because they raped a woman, what does that mean? It means they're a rapist. It means they're probably a pedophile. If they're trying to kill pedophiles. And why are they trying to do it? Because they want women to like them. It's not because it's going to make the world better or to get revenge or to protect children. It's because they want people to like them for what they're doing. They think that it gives them status. They killed the rapist. They killed the pedophile. They're the protector of the women. So therefore, they get the babe, right? See, you gotta look at people through motivations. People have motivations, and they oftentimes will say that they're doing something for one reason, but they'll have another motivation, and they'll say that no, I'm just being selfless. And then in the end, it turns out that they had their own like they're trying to get people to like them. They're not just sharing because they're generous. They want you to give something back to them later. It's like somebody who buys you drinks at the bar. Why is that person buying you drinks? Is it because they like you? No, it's because they think you're going to buy them a drink back. It's a social thing because people who drink a lot know how to do that. And it's not out of the kindness of their heart. It's because they want somebody to buy them a drink because it's going to make them feel good. What most people need to understand is that the most joy that you're going to get is not from purchasing stuff for yourself, but it is going to be for purchasing stuff for other people. You should be selfless when you're giving people gifts because it actually really does make you feel good. When you actually put a smile on somebody's face, you gave them something that they really liked and they really needed, it does make you feel good. It does. And so with that, I think I'm done with this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you did not like the video, smash that dislike button. And the best way you can help this channel grow is to share this video on social media and to subscribe to RSS Commentary on GitHub. We are also too on Periscope and Facebook, and we will soon be on Rumble as soon as possible because I'm tired of the censorship. I'm tired of the censorship